My next plan of attack is to move this trailer against the house so we can install the window. So what I did in here was I put some 2x4s just so that this would support this piece of plywood. I'm going to back the trailer up to where that window is and put down the jack stands and get this nice and solid. This way we'll have a staging area to put the window on to get it up closer to where it needs to go. So I'm going to get the trailer over there, and then I'm going to figure out what I need to do to make another little booster box so we can get up to the window. Steve's back today, and the major accomplishment is going to be to put in the garden window. So we got the old window out, he's got it padded in, and we got it up high. What I did was I took my trailer and I just put some jack stands on it to keep it stabilized and some wheel chocks. I had this big rollaway box hanging around in the backyard. Turns out it's pretty much a perfect fit for getting that window slid in there. So here's the inside look at the window opening. Steve's padding it to fit the window. So he had to add some material on the bottom and on the sides. So he's got that ready to go in, I think. I think he took a break for some lunch. So here's the garden window, and it's going to get applied into this opening. And then he'll put the finish work on the outside and the inside as well. So he's almost got it where he wants it, and that'll be nice when that's in there. Then you can start working on the sheetrock underneath here and get the counter in. He didn't want to have to reach over a counter to play with this. He wanted to get this done first. So here's some details of the window. Looks like it's an 1.5 inch plywood. It's got a lock and a crank out handle, because these are screen windows, so these windows open. There's some slots in the back corners. There's a shelf that goes in here. You can adjust it to any position you want. And there's another lock and an opening handle on this side, so we'll be able to get a nice breeze in right by the kitchen sink. So this is looking pretty sweet. The garden window has been installed and everything's looking really sweet. So in the morning we're going to open this up and let some of the fresh air in. So this has got plenty of room, so our sink will go in front of this, and it'll just give us a more open look in the kitchen. So that's pretty sweet. I like it. The last project of the night, I glued in the drain pipe from the walk-in shower. That's that gray flange up top. And I connected it with the trap. So now our shower is live and it can drain water. So this is the last connection I had to make. But Manny said wait a few days till all the mortar dries before I do that. So it's dry and we're connected. We're ready to go. So here's a look at the arrangement we used to install the window yesterday. It's the next day, early morning. I decided, after consulting with Steve, to leave this box up here for now, because he needs to get up here and do some weather stripping. So if we get along this edge, you'll see, here's the raw edge where we took out the old window. So there's some tidying up that needs to be done along the left and right side, plus the top. So we got all this area here to flash out and weather strip, plus the bottom. But with this box up here, it's going to be easy for Steve to pretty much just stand on this or kneel on it, whatever, and be able to, have easy access for the weather stripping rather than being up on a ladder. A little more sturdy footing. So she looks pretty good. So this is the view that we'll have in the kitchen from that window. So there's lots of glass, and there's a little shelf there to put plants, and there is glass shelving that goes inside of there, so we get multi-levels. So if we want to put things in there, we can. So here's now I'm standing right in it, so we get plenty of sun coming in here. And there's a latch. This looks like this unlocks the window, and then you can fold this handle folds out, and you just give it a give it a spin, and we get the window opens quite a ways. So we got fresh air coming in that way. Same thing here. We release the lock, this lever here, this handle, it folds out, and you just give it a spin. So it opens up all the way against the house. So here's a look at how that's open. So it's top to bottom. Here's a good look at the shelving. So there's these notches that you put a metal bracket in on either side so you can adjust the height. And we have those all wrapped up in bubble wrap for right now. We don't want to take them out till we're ready to use them. So there's the look. And oh yeah, the handles, once you're done using them, you can just fold them out of the way like that. So right now they're sticking up when you use them, but you can pretty much just lock them into place like that, just so they're out of the way. This way the cat doesn't get poked by anything when he's hogging all that beautiful sun space. So there's the look out the window. And that's an ironwood tree straight out there. So this will, of course, this will be all like look at molding around it and whatnot to, you know, dress this up. But now that this is in, Steve can start working on the sink that's going right here. And I've got to drill 2 holes in the tile to let the hot and water supply lines come up. So I wanted to get that done before Steve does anything with that cabinet. So that'll be the first thing that I do either today or tomorrow before he comes over here. So now I'm back outside just to show you what the windows look like when they're open from the outside of the house. You can see how you can get them pretty much all the way up against the house practically. And we'll get this trailer and this box out of the way once we're done doing the flashing. So there's the other side. So if we look at it from back here, that's what it looks like, you know, straight on. Of course, that box and this trailer will be out of here after everything is flashed up and sealed up, you know, sealed from the weather. And that's a go for cabinetry after that's buttoned up. So under this bubble wrap is the shelving. So there's the metal brackets. There's 2 of them, and there's a glass shelf here that we can put in there. And then underneath the bottom of it, this is the closeout kit right here. So it's like a foam insulator and just the flashing that's going to go. That comes with the window. So that goes in. That goes in next. So Steve ran out of time yesterday. We'll do that. That'll be our next, probably tomorrow. Today's Easter. I don't expect them over here today. So that closeout kit will go on the outside of the house and keep the weather sealed up, you know, out of the window edges.